One of my biggest pet peeves, which I am experiencing in real time right now, is when someone has a business that has an online presence, but when I go to that profile, they make it impossible for me to actually become their next customer or next client. So I am currently looking for an esthetician. I had an amazing one back in my hometown of LA, but now I'm living super far away. So until I can move back, I need one right now where I live because my skin is suffering because I haven't been to one in a really, really long time. So anyway, I'm searching for an esthetician in my specific city on online, and I kid you not, out of at least 10 that I found, only one actually had an obvious way of what to do next to book with them. So I'm frustrated because I found some really good ones based on the pictures and the videos I saw, but only one that I can potentially move forward with. And I'm a millennial. I know how to do my research. I did my due diligence. I'm looking at, okay, if I found you on TikTok, I'm going to your Instagram. If I can't find anything on Instagram, I'm going to Facebook. I looked at everything. There's no address, there's no phone number, there's no links whatsoever. There's nothing in their bio saying DM me to get started. I'm even looking in the comments of the videos to see if they've responded to someone that said, hey, where can I get this done? Anyway, this is not supposed to be a rant video, but I want to show you how this connects to your coaching business. So the connection I'm making here is I have even seen coaches that I potentially want to work with do this exact same thing. And it's so frustrating. There's no clear guidance whatsoever on how to get started with them. And this usually stems from one thing. It's that they have not automated their calendar. So this is why I always recommend that the first thing you should automate in your coaching business is your calendar, AKA your scheduling. If you're online and you instruct people to DM you to get started, fine. Let's take a look at how automating your calendar fits into that scenario. So you're in the DMs with a potential client, they're excited, they want to work with you, so you suggest a discovery call. But then comes the back and forth. What times are you available? What time zone are you in? Does Friday work? No, Friday doesn't work. Well, how about Monday? So that works, but it's really clunky, it's really time consuming, and it's just not necessary. So now let's look at what this would look like if it was automated. So a potential client messages you and you say, great, you can book a discovery call using this link. That's it. One message. And then all they have to do is click your calendar link. They see your availability in your time zone. They choose a time and confirm. Then they automatically receive the calendar invite, the Zoom link, and reminder emails without all the back and forth. So that alone should tell you why scheduling is the first thing you should automate. But I do want to talk about a few other specific benefits that I just don't hear talked about enough. So first is it creates a smoother client experience. And that's because having automated scheduling is going to make you look more professional, more put together, and really just more prepared. And so ultimately, this makes your client or potential client feel better taken care of because there's no confusion or any conversations that were left hanging. Second thing is that it creates healthy boundaries for you. So when your availability is clearly defined, meaning you've input into your scheduling tool the exact days and times that you're open to having these calls, that means you're no longer negotiating your time in the DMs. Because how many times has someone tried to get you to work at a time you don't want to work? This eliminates that conflict because once you've sent the link to your calendar, if it's not available, it's not available. And now the ball is in their court to make adjustments. So this really protects your energy and your schedule. And lastly, it eliminates time zone mistakes. The beauty of having an online business is that you have a global business, but that also means you have a million time zones to consider. So if you're in California and someone else is in London, that can get really confusing. But when you're using a scheduling tool, it's automatically going to convert your time zone to theirs. So you're never going to accidentally miss any calls. And I lied, that was not the last one. This is the fourth and last reason, is that it reduces no-shows. Most no-shows happen because people forget, and it's not always because they don't care. Sometimes people just have a lot going on and they genuinely forget, especially if they're not the type of person who is on top of their calendar like we are. So having automated reminders sent a day before, an hour before, or even 15 minutes before dramatically increases your attendance rate, which ultimately means more clients for you. So, yes, automating your scheduling is the first move that I recommend for every single coach. So, how do you automate this? There are two options that I recommend. The first is Calendly. It's a standalone scheduling tool. It works really well and it has a free plan. The second is my preferred option for coaches, which is Paperbell. You can get started for free using my link in the description of this video. Paperbell does handle this scheduling part, but also it handles payments, contract signing, and client management all in one place. So instead of having to duct tape a bunch of tools together to onboard your clients, Paperbell lets you do it with one tool. And that's exactly why I teach it and recommend it. So if you want help automating your client onboarding workflow and setting this up inside of Paperbell the right way, I walk you through it step by step inside my Paperbell mini course called Booked and Automated. At the time of this recording, it's only $27, so I will link it below so you can check it out. So if you've been trying to automate everything at once and feeling stuck, this is your permission to simplify. Just start with scheduling. Get that handled first. Everything else becomes so much easier once this is put in place. And if this tip was helpful, your next step is to watch my last video, which was all about what happens after your client says yes to working with you. I'll see you there. Bye.